Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is approximation and estimation part 7. Okay, so it's just to continue example on decimal places. Okay, so after this we just move to addition and subtraction on the decimal. Okay, then we try and run it up this week. That was great. So now we have example 5. Approximate 0.864395 to 4 decimal places. Okay, then this is very simple. We don't want to waste much of our time. So all we just need to do is just to do our counting. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 decimal places, but the example says to 4 decimal places, and I've told you that the short form of decimal places is DP. Okay, most times you might not see it in full. Okay, so now all you just need to do is just to count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where they want you to stop. So what is the next figure after that 4 decimal place? It's 9. Okay, and 9 is up to 5, and it's more than 5. So if it is up to 5, it's more than 5, approximate 1 to the next figure. Okay, so that is 0.8644. So because the next figure that follows 3 is 9 and is more than 5, or is equals to or more than 5, you approximate 1 to the next figure. So it means that therefore 0.8644, that's to 4 decimal place. Okay, so instead of the next figure to be 3, it will not be 3. Okay, because the next figure after 3 is up to or more than 5. Then you approximate 1 to make it 4. Very simple. That is 0.8644 to 4 decimal place. That's straightforward. Now, for example 6, please don't forget, for example 6, that is why I'm taking this example, so that you can see some, some little things about decimal places that you have to be getting your full mark. You don't have to be struggling in the exam or perhaps in your classes. Okay, example 6. To 6 decimal place, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, fantastic. So the total decimal place you have here is 7. But the question says 6 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the next figure after that 6 decimal places? 3. Is it up to 5? No. It's less than 5. So we leave it as it is. It means, therefore, you have 0.00431 4312 to 6 decimal place. That's the answer. Okay, so the answer is 0.00, okay, 004312 to 6 decimal places. It's as simple as that. Okay, so look at how simple this thing is. We have a lot of students, a lot of young minds mixing it together. They don't know what to do. So it's very simple, but that is why we needed to, touch base with it, so that we know that, okay, we're done with it. So now for example 7. Example 7 says to 1 decimal place. This is part of the example that gives a lot of people problem, a lot of young minds problem. Okay, even when I was young then, I do have some concern regarding this kind of questions. Okay, this kind of decimal places. Okay, so but know the rules. The rule says that anytime you're approximating, look at the next figure after it, where you're going to stop your decimal places. Okay, look at the next figure after it. If it is up to 5 or more than 5, that is equal to or greater than 5. That is the meaning. If it is equal to or greater than 5, approximate 1 to the next figure before it. Okay, approximate 1 to the next figure before it. Now for example 7, a little bit tricky. Okay, to one decimal place. Okay, to one decimal place. Now look at it very well. How many decimal places do we have here? 1, 2, 3. That's 3 decimal places. But the question says to one decimal place. Now 1. What is the next figure after it? 9. So it means it is equals to and greater than 5. Okay, so you approximate 1 to the next figure. Okay, so it means this is therefore you have 0. When you approximate 1 to 9, that will give us what? 10. Okay, so the question you need to ask yourself, are you going to write 10? No, you cannot write 10. Please, very important, you need to note that. No, you cannot write 10. If it is 8 now and you're approximating 1 to 8, that is 9. It's fantastic, you can write it. Okay, so but if it is 9, you cannot write 10, which is 1 0. So it means because it's 10, you take 1 to the next one, which is before the point. Okay, it's as simple as that. I intentionally write this so that you can understand very well. Okay, it will now be 1.0 to one decimal place. Okay, so you approximate 1 to this, it will be 10. So instead of you writing 10, you cannot write 10. So you approximate 1 to the next figure. Okay, so the next figure is 0 points. Okay, add 1 to the next figure, which is 0 plus 1, which is 1.0. Please don't miss that. Very, very important. Okay, let me just quickly chip this one in. Okay, let me say it's like this 0 points. Okay, don't let me use 0 now this time around. Let me use 3.499 to one decimal place. It can come in various ways. I can coin as many questions as possible under this part. Okay, I can coin as many questions as possible under this part. Okay, so but it's just for you to understand the trick, okay, behind decimal places. So look at example 8, 3.499 to one decimal place. Okay, so now you have how many decimal places? You have 3, and to one decimal place. So to one decimal place is going to be 3.4. But the next figure after 4 is what? Is equals to or greater than 5, which is 9. So what do? Means that the answer, therefore, it will now be 3.1 to this. That will be what? 5 to one decimal place. So it's as simple as that. Let's assume this one is up to 9. If it is up to 9, so you won't write 10. You just write 0 and add 1 to the next one, which will go 4.0. It's as simple as that. Please, very, very important. You need to go through it. Let's say you have example 9. Example 9. You have let's say you have let's say 4.9999. Okay, and you are asked to say to two decimal place. Okay, so example 9 to two decimal place. So it means therefore this one will now be, if you count, this one will now be, therefore from what I've said earlier, this one will be 5.00 to two decimal place. It's as simple as that. 5.00. So to two decimal place is 4.99. So the next figure after the second 9, after the decimal point, the next figure after the two decimal places here is 9. 9 plus 1. 1 is, because this one is equals to 5 and is greater than 5, take 1 to here. This is 10. You won't write 10, you write 0. You take another one to here. You can write 10, you write 0. You bring the 1, add it to here. That's 5.00 to 2 decimal places. Please note that is very, very important. Please note it is very important. So that marks the end of the decimal places that we have, the examples that we have under this part. So in our next part, we'll just do the addition of decimal places. Thank you. Please continue to follow us on Facebook. We want to reach a lot of young minds as possible, on TikTok, on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channels. Okay, thank you very much.